You're all welcome to today's news analysis. This is not noise. This is not gossip. This is real Nigerian politics, explained clear and straight. If you care about Nigeria, power, truth, and 2027, stay with me till the end. This one is deep. This one matters. Before we go on, support this channel. Subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss real analysis like this. Let's get into it. David Umahi, the former governor of Ebonyi State and the current Minister of Works under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, made a public statement that quickly spread across Nigeria's political space. It was not hidden. It was not private. It was said openly, knowing very well that Nigerians were listening. He referred to Peter Obi as a nonentity. That single word carried weight. In Nigerian politics, words are never just words. They are signals. They are messages. They are often meant to place someone above another or reduce someone's relevance in the public eye. So when a sitting minister used that word on a man who contested for president and gained massive national support, it did not go unnoticed. But Umahi did not stop there. He went further to speak about 2027. He warned Nigerians not to let anyone deceive them. He said when it is time for an Igbo man to become the president of Nigeria, he would be there. That statement opened many doors of interpretation. First, it raised the issue of timing. Who decides when it is time? Is leadership something that comes only when power agrees, or when the people demand it? For many Nigerians, this question is not small. It touches the heart of democracy. Second, it raised the issue of authority. Umahi spoke as someone inside government, as someone close to power, as someone who believes that access matters. That alone changed how people heard his words. Third, it raised the issue of unity within the Southeast. Both David Umahi and Peter Obi are Igbo men. Both come from the same region that has long spoken about fairness, inclusion, and equal opportunity. So when one Igbo leader publicly talks down on another, people begin to ask deeper questions. This was not just a personal attack. It felt political. It felt planned. It felt like positioning ahead of the future. David Umahi is not new to power. As a former governor, he controlled a state. As a current minister, he controls one of the most sensitive sectors in the country. Roads connect Nigeria. Infrastructure affects lives daily. This makes his position even more serious. Because of that role, many Nigerians expect him to speak more about work than about rivals. They expect updates on roads, on projects, on delivery. They expect progress, not pressure. So when his words focused on Peter Obi instead of Nigeria's problems, it created tension. People began to ask questions. Why now? Why Peter Obi? Why this tone? Peter Obi is not just a former governor. He is a symbol to many Nigerians, especially young people. To them, he represents a break from old politics. He represents discipline, calm leadership, and accountability. Agree or disagree with him, his influence cannot be denied. Calling such a figure an entity did not erase his relevance. Instead, it amplified the conversation. Social media reacted fast. Supporters replied. Critics replied. Neutral observers also spoke. The debate was no longer about just two men. It became about values. Some people saw Umahi's words as loyalty to the current power structure. Others saw it as fear of rising influence. Some believed it was simply politics as usual. But one thing was clear. Nigerians were paying attention. The statement also touched a sensitive issue in Nigeria, the presidency and regional balance. The Southeast has long argued that it deserves a fair shot at the highest office. So when Umahi spoke about when it would be time for an Igbo man, many wondered if he was speaking for the region or for himself. Was this about collective interest, or personal ambition? That question hung in the air. In Nigerian politics, moments like this are never accidental. They often reveal where people stand, what they believe, and how they see the future. Umahi's words showed confidence, but they also showed a clear alignment with power as it stands today. At this point, the space was tense. People waited. Not for noise. Not for insults. They waited for a response. And when it came, it changed the tone of the entire conversation. Peter Obi did not rush to reply. He did not jump into the noise. He did not allow emotion to lead his response. That alone already said a lot. In a political space where reactions are often fast and loud, his calm created attention. When he finally spoke, his words were simple and controlled. He said everyone is free to say whatever they want. He made it clear that in a democracy, people will talk. Opinions will fly. Accusations will come. He did not try to stop that reality, and he did not complain about it. Instead, he accepted it as part of public life. Then he moved straight to the heart of the matter. He said the facts remain the same. Nigeria has serious problems. The country is facing economic pressure, rising hardship, failing systems, and growing frustration among the people. According to him, these issues are far more important than trading words with people who should be focused on fixing the nation. That line was sharp without being rude. He said those who are meant to be working tirelessly to solve Nigeria's problems should not be busy talking down on others. That statement landed heavily because it pointed directly at responsibility. It did not call names, but everyone understood the message. If you hold power, your priority should be service, not insults. Peter Obi also made it clear that such comments do not deserve too much attention. He said he does not think Nigerians should take them seriously. This was not dismissal out of pride, but dismissal based on focus. He was saying that distraction should not replace duty. Then he added something even deeper. He said Nigerians are watching. Those 3 words carried weight. They reminded everyone that public office is not private business. Every action, every statement, every silence is being observed. Nigerians may not speak all the time, but they are paying attention. They remember who talks and who works. Peter Obi did not stop there. He said for him, anybody can say anything. It does not disturb him. It does not move him. He is not worried about labels or attacks. His concern is not how people describe him, but how he conducts himself. Then he closed his response with a clear personal position. He said all he has to do is the right thing. That sentence defined his entire reply. He did not talk about 2027. He did not talk about tribe. He did not talk about who deserves what. He talked about duty, values, and action. In that moment, he shifted the focus away from power games and back to responsibility. For many listeners, this response showed discipline. It showed restraint. It showed a leader who understands timing and purpose. Instead of dragging the conversation into personal conflict, he elevated it to a national issue. Some people expected him to fight back with words. Some wanted drama. Some wanted direct attacks. But he gave none of that. What he offered instead was contrast. On one side, there was political talk and positioning. On the other side, there was a reminder that Nigeria's problems are bigger than personal rivalry. This response did not just answer David Umahi. It spoke to Nigerians who are tired of endless arguments while their daily lives grow harder. It spoke to people who want leaders to focus on solutions, not ego. Peter Obi's reply was calm, but it was firm. It was polite, but it was clear. And in Nigerian politics, sometimes the quiet response carries the loudest message. This moment goes far beyond a simple exchange of words between 2 political figures. What Nigerians are witnessing here is a clear reflection of 2 different approaches to leadership, power, and responsibility. It is not really about who spoke first or who replied better. It is about what each response represents in the larger Nigerian story. Both David Umahi and Peter Obi come from the same part of the country. They are both Igbo men from the southeast, a region that has long spoken about fairness, inclusion, and national balance. Because of this shared background, many Nigerians expected unity of purpose, or at least mutual respect. Instead, what played out exposed a deep difference in political mindset. David Umahi speaks from inside the system. As a minister in the current government, his voice carries the weight of power and access. His statements reflect confidence in structure, loyalty, and timing. When he talks about when it will be time for an Igbo man to become president, he speaks as someone who believes that leadership is granted through alignment with power, not pressure from the people. Peter Obi, on the other hand, speaks from outside the system of federal power. His strength does not come from office, but from public trust and perception. His response shows a belief that leadership is earned through service, discipline, and accountability. He does not speak about waiting for permission. He speaks about doing what is right, regardless of position. This contrast is important. In Nigeria today, many citizens are tired. They are tired of promises without action. They are tired of leaders who speak more than they deliver. They are tired of politics that feels distant from their daily struggles. In such an environment, tone matters as much as content. Umahi's words sounded like politics as usual. Obi's reply sounded like a reminder of responsibility. This is why many Nigerians connected more with the response than with the original statement. It was not because of tribe or region. It was because the reply reflected what many people feel deep inside. Nigeria has urgent problems that require focus, not distractions. The roads are bad in many places. Food prices are high. Jobs are scarce. Young people are frustrated. Businesses are struggling. In moments like this, citizens expect leaders to talk about solutions, not personal relevance. This is where the role of public office becomes critical. David Umahi is the Minister of Works. That position comes with heavy responsibility. Nigerians expect him to be judged by projects completed, not opponents addressed. Every statement from such an office holder carries meaning because it reflects priorities. When words lean toward political rivalry, people naturally question focus. Peter Obi understands this reality. His reply was designed not to win an argument, but to set a standard. By refusing to engage in insults, he placed the burden of seriousness back on governance. He reminded everyone that power is not proven by speech, but by action. This exchange also sends a message to the Southeast. For years, the region has spoken about marginalization and fairness. Many people believe that internal division weakens that argument. When leaders from the same region pull in different directions, it creates confusion and doubt. Unity does not mean agreement on everything, but it does require shared purpose. Nigerians across other regions are also watching closely. They are observing how leaders handle pressure, criticism, and conflict. These moments help people decide who they trust and who they doubt. As 2027 approaches, scenes like this will become more frequent. Political lines will harden. Statements will be sharper. The pressure will increase. In that environment, character will matter more than ever. This is why this exchange matters now. It is a test of values. It is a test of focus. It is a test of leadership maturity. Peter Obi's calm response suggests patience and long-term thinking. It shows someone who understands that public trust is built over time, not won in a single argument. David Umahi's statement reflects confidence in power and position, but also reveals how easily focus can shift when politics enters the room. For Nigerians, the lesson is simple. Watch what leaders do, not just what they say. Watch where their energy goes. Watch what they choose to fight for. In the end, Nigeria's future will not be shaped by insults or titles. It will be shaped by decisions, discipline, and delivery. This moment, small as it may seem, offers a clear window into how different leaders see that future. And Nigerians are paying attention. As this conversation settles, one truth stands out clearly. Nigeria is at a point where words alone are no longer enough. People are listening, but more importantly, they are watching. Every statement made by those in power, and those seeking power, is being weighed against the reality on the ground. This moment between David Umahi and Peter Obi is not about who is louder or who is more connected. It is about direction. It is about what kind of leadership Nigerians want to see in a country struggling with economic pain, weak systems, and deep public frustration. For many citizens, leadership is no longer defined by position or title. It is defined by focus, discipline, and the ability to place national interest above personal pride. This is why calm responses often speak louder than aggressive words. They show control. They show purpose. The coming years will test every political figure in Nigeria. Pressure will rise. Expectations will grow. The public space will become more tense. In such times, only those who stay grounded in values and responsibility will earn lasting trust. Nigerians are no longer impressed by insults or political drama. They want results. They want leaders who understand the weight of their offices and the pain of the people. They want leaders who talk less and work more. This exchange has drawn a clear line between two styles of politics. One that leans on power and timing, and another that leans on service and accountability. Nigerians will decide which path they believe can move the country forward. As 2027 draws closer, moments like this will shape public opinion more than long speeches or campaign slogans. Every reaction, every silence, and every response will count. In the end, Nigeria's future will not be decided by who speaks the most, but by who understands the moment best. Leadership is not about putting others down. It is about lifting a nation up. If you found this analysis clear and useful, stay connected. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss deep, honest conversations like this. Nigeria's political journey is unfolding every day, and understanding it is the first step toward shaping a better future.